this over here. Bring this keyboard over here so we can chat with these lovely, lovely humans.
Delightful people.
Delightful people who make our day as we
to
try to make their
this?
day. It's on.
It's on. Okay.
Yep.
Wasn't sure if that's how it's on. Uh-oh, Joseph Anderson's here. You made it. Yay.
I can't even type the word hello.
Maybe you need to do it like you used to do on Hello. Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Tracy, hello, Joseph. You made it. Hello, everyone. Now we see the bodies hit the floor coming into Facebook. Oh, my God. We have such a show for you guys. Collusion. There's collusion.
Oh, my goodness. I understand there's something called collusion.
There's collusion afoot. There is collusion.
Hey, Kelly McArdle, nice to see
Kelly
you.
McArdle.
Brittany Natazzi, nice to see you. Don Lashinsky, always good to see you guys.
Kelly, you will be pleased to know, not only did Draft Day lose, but I got a cease and desist copyright takedown from Lionsgate. They won't even let me play the trailer, the video with the Browns. You can't even play a Browns trailer. I thought the Lions were the worst, but, well, no one's made a movie about the Lions.
Nice to see you out there.
Hello, James.
Bowser, thanks for voting.
Hello, John.
The Dragon Award is crazy looking, but pretty cool looking, I think.
Yes, it is very crazy looking. I think we,
hey, Austin, nice to see you, Shannon. Nacho.
As long as J.C. Hutchins doesn't show up and make sexual connotations of the Dragon Award, I think we'll be in good shape.
You mean again?
Yes, yeah. So everybody, if you can hear us, I think sounds pretty good. But if you have any, Julie Press, hello, Mike. If you guys have any comments, you can't hear us in sound, let us know. And now let's get down to. Did I see someone mention the word wolf in there somewhere?
Wolf?
Nope, I guess not.
I guess not.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys.
And I.
Was that your neck or my neck?
I had a throat gurgle right when I went live because that's how we do things here. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Carlo.
It's Debbie
hey, Rob.
Wolf. Debbie Wolf says, I did see the word wolf in there. This will become Ella. Thank you. Rob Otto says, thank you, Lionsgate, for not even letting us see the trailer for Draft Day. It's mystifying. Like, literally, you can challenge the copyright strike to say, no, this is fair use. This is transformative. We're reviewing this thing. And so like they had an opportunity to literally go, oh, they're just playing the trailer. And they manually made a decision. No, you can't play the trailer to the movie we want people to watch. It's
well, to be
so
fair,
weird.
I think probably what happened is they did not like your seating.
We're going to get to all the, thank you, Shannon. We're going to get to all of the seating. We've got a lot of graphics for you. I was getting, I'm going to say it because I have them. I was getting my balls busted this afternoon by none other than Rob Otto, who was making fun of my inability to manage a tournament. But I assure you.
You managed this one.
This is collusion. There is collusion afoot. There are problems in the world of sports, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But first.
Twitch appears not to be streaming, FYI.
Oh, Twitch? Okay. Hit it again.
Thanks, Clovar.
Thanks, Clovar. We're coming back to, we'll see Twitch.
Here we go.
We're sending data. We don't know what's going to happen. I keep looking at the screen, assuming you guys can see all the little control panels that you can't see because...
So, a couple things.
Yes, Sean, voting for the Dragon Awards is open. As a matter of fact, since that was a question that people were asked, and I'm sure you guys know it's coming, we're going to take a chip. There you go.
So, the Dragon Awards are open for voting. Here's how it works. You will go to this bit.ly link, Phalanx Dragon. It will ask you to register to get a ballot. And then they send out ballots early in the morning on Thursdays and early in the morning on Mondays. So if you sign up anytime between now and midnight on Sunday, you should get a ballot on Monday in the early morning hours if you're in North America. And then if not, then you'll sign up. If you sign up, you'll get it by Thursday. I'm not sure when they close.
It's September. I think it's assume it's September 1st, I think, or something like that. But the bit.ly link that you see down here, we watched the stats on that, and you guys have been hitting it well. You've been doing a lot of good work on there. So we think we've got a real good shot at making a run for it. However...
And Carlo had asked a question. Can you scroll
back
up
a little bit? Let's go.
I wanted to say... Oh, what does the trophy look like? There it is on the front page.
Carlo, that is the trophy, the one that J.C. Hutchins maligned on Tuesday But Clover got us. Yeah, so guys, if you have not voted for this, go vote for it because it's a People's Choice Award. I am the People's Author. And I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be nominated for another one of those, or for one of those more fancy sci-fi awards because I tell too many poop jokes in my work. It's just a fact.
Well,
it's
and
just
it's
a fact.
probably collusion.
It's obviously collusion. I can't believe I didn't queue up a collusion gif. I'll do that because I believe this collusion is going to continue. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
if you
Nelson, nice to see you. Hey, Maria, nice to see you too.
have questions, celebrations, ideas for Sigler in Place, send them to where, lovely?
Info@emptyset.com.
Info@emptyset.com.
Everything you're going to tell us, everything you want to ask, everything you want us to do, all that stuff, info@emptyset.com. That's the way to do it.
Kelly, I'm not going to comment on that chat because we don't need to get any more politics going on in here. Yes, Rob Otto, Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD, was also busting on my nits for, what's that? You hot?
It's so hot.
If you guys hear the fans, it's because the fans. Do we leave a door open or something?
Well, we have this door.
No, I meant an out. We have one little tiny air conditioner, and it's sort of struggle. It's like the little air conditioner that thinks it could, but it's been addicted to meth for a while, and it really is not.
There was
not
collusion.
doing that. There was the Belgians. All right, here's what we got. We're going to hit this pretty hard. We're going to go to a newer format in this, which is we're going to get to all the good stuff very early in the show, probably in the first half hour, and then the last half hour will be more of the rambling, bad accents, terrible jokes, and me trying to do funny things that don't really resonate. That's the last 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, we've got content. We are going to see the full GSMOAT bracket, or as Dr. Daniel Baker called it, the GSMOAT bracket.
You guys, it's like you're still in high school, all of you.
The full GSMOAT bracket. We're going to discuss the controversy with the goddamn Belgians. And that's okay. You can talk about the Belgians. We have a GFL cover reveal coming up very quick. We have a Mount Fitz Roy update coming up very quick.
What?
We have a Krakens Dancake. If you don't know what a Krakens Dancake is, god damn it, you better stay tuned because it's from Bella and it's amazing. Wait, what? Oh no, I already said that. And then we've got a couple celebrations. We're going to knock those over right now. Hey, what's the first one?
The first one, our good friend Kim Hansen, who's always in the chat room, her husband has a birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to Lawrence tomorrow. I understand from chatting with Kim that she had to explain to her husband that when you were damning her to hell, that was a good thing.
It's always a compliment.
It's definitely a compliment.
Yeah, it's a Dutch thing. It's a compliment.
But yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
And so happy birthday to Lawrence.
Okay.
We also have we have Siglerbration. So
Here we go. Ready?
We had over the last couple of days or the last couple of weeks or so, we had this past Tuesday was fajita day. We did not make fajitas because it was way too hot. However, the Copenhavers, who are also in the chat room, they made fajitas that look delicious.
Wait, is that the right one?
That's
yes,
the right
that's
one.
the Copenhaver. Oh my God! Yes. Yeah. Okay, and then the other picture we have is all the way from a foreign country.
Yeah, but I also want to mention this: one, they look delicious. Two, Beth Copenhaver's mom apparently also goes by A. She's Grandma Alice, but people call her A. So hello, A.
Let's go to the other fine. Ready?
Yeah.
Peek out. Boom.
Ooh, those look Although I think
made. Wait, I got a question.
Yeah.
If it's an American who makes it in a foreign land, is that a foreign-made fajita?
I think technically speaking it is, but it's probably a Mexican who made it in Bahrain because it's Mexican food.
Okay.
But maybe not. Who knows?
Oh, I thought she made it in the sauce. Okay, so who made this, love?
This is what Robin Taylor had on Taco Tuesday night. She's in Bahrain. Those look delicious. They're shrimp tacos and fish tacos. It looks like the one on my side is full of mango, so it's probably going to kill me, so I'm not going to eat any more of it.
Okay. Joshua, I'm going to forgive you for waiting this long to start Phalanx. And yes, you're right. It is goddamn good. Just get that vote in, son. Get that vote in. Hey, are you ready for the big news? We've been waiting for this for a long time.
Yes.
Long time. Let's make sure, turn that off. Let's go to, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I told you we're going to have great stuff for you.
Dum, dum, dum. We finally sort of...
Hold on. I screwed that up. But that's okay. I didn't get the big reveal out of the way. So, okay. That's what you're supposed to see. Let's try it again. We've got great news for you. Oh, my God. We've got... Okay. Yes.
It's the Matrix, apparently.
And now...
Something.
God damn it. I'm trying to be smooth, you guys, but not so much. I saw that people are commenting that Rob Otto's funny in the chat room.
He's
I have
funny
Rob
in real
Otto
life, too.
and Maria in the chat room, and I would like to never be in one room with both of them at the same time because I would probably die of laughter.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think I could handle the natural comedic horsepower. So first of all, let's get into this. This is let's make quote signs together. Ready? A novella that is currently 120,000 words.
Oh, Lord.
Novellas are supposed to be 40,000 words.
Oh.
This is a brand new, I'm about to show you art. We changed the name of the killer to a different name. The name the killer didn't really work. This is art by L.A. Draws and Scott Pond. L.A. Draws did the image. Scott Pond did the cover design, as all of our covers are cover designed by Scott Pond. L.A. Draws, you can learn more about him at ladraws.com. That's ladraws.com. I thought he was from L.A. because his initials are L.A. I was very wrong.
No,
he's from Nigeria.
Yeah.
He's from Nigeria. But that's the beauty
I think he's
of it.
Nigerian and lives in Singapore.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I should have assumed from the initials LA. Lovely, lovely human, incredibly talented. And ladies and gentlemen, are you all watching your screen? Here we go. The cover for the upcoming GFL novella, The Stone Wolves.
Dude, this is so badass. Look at this.
This, and of course, poor J.C. Hutchins isn't in the room. He showed up early. He showed up on Tuesday. I think he thought he was going to see the cover on Tuesday, and I screwed him, unfortunately.
Have you not sent it to him?
Oh, he's seen it. He loves it.
I was going to say, yeah.
Loves.
I love this
Who wouldn't
too.
love it? It's so baller. This will be the final GFL novella. Then we'll close it out at 6.
Thank goodness.
We are about to hit our 6 GFL books. We all have 2 more GFL novels. It goes up to 8. But this is, I'm so excited about this cover. I worked really hard. We had to come up with a different title. And we spent time talking to John Viscara and Scott Pond and A. Sigler. Haha, got it. Mm-hmm. And the 4 of us kind of worked around it. I already had the cover image I wanted, but we felt that the cover image did not match with the killer, so now we have changed it to the Stone Wolves. When you read the book, you'll understand. Now, to go over this real quick, as with all GFL novellas, you do not have to read the novella to know what's going on in the main novel series.
Right.
So GFL books 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 being the gangster, which is hopefully coming out somewhere near the end of the year. We're going to have to wait and see. That if you do read Stone Wolves first, some things in the gangster will make more sense. If you don't read the Stone Wolves at all, the gangster will read perfectly fine. I mean, I come for some of your money, but not all of your money. If you read the gangster first and the Stone Wolves second, it'll patch a bunch of holes, but y'all are going to have to decide for yourself. Because right now what we're thinking about doing, and this was A's idea, is just dump them both out at the same time and let you guys figure out what the hell you're going to do. But we're not sure because they're still in production and there's some weirder stuff going on. But I'm so excited about this cover. LA Draws. We put out a call on Twitter for artists of color, and it wasn't LA, who's wasn't a fan before. Somebody else said, "Hey, you should go look at this guy." And I got so many great recommendations. There's so many artists that I love and wanted to use. Sean says, "Are the Stone Wolves related to the Ebony Wolves from the Crypt?" And the answer is yes, they are. Mm-hmm. But we got so many great art recommendations in, and I've met thanks to Mr. Hughes, who's taken me around at various cons to introduce me to a bunch of artists. So many people I wanted to use, but nobody was quite right for it. And at ladraws.com, you can see his art. I saw his art, and I'm like, that's the guy. And he was super, just wonderful. It's delightful. It was wonderful to work with. It went great. And this is the book that is coming out for you.
Yeah, so here's the thing. This will be the last GFL novella. The idea, you guys have heard this, most of you have heard this before. The idea started for Scott to share writing obligations in his GFL universe with some writers that he enjoyed their writing and he worked with, and he worked, in the same in the same realms and whatever. Turns out Scott's GFL is so complex that it doesn't quite work that way, and the books just keep getting bigger and bigger. So while this will be probably 125,000 words long, and most published books are somewhere between 80 and 90,000, Because of our numbering system, this will still be, quote unquote, a GFL novella.
It'll be a
And
novella.
thankfully, once we're done with this, we will never have to decide whether or not it would be a novel or a novella.
I think we're probably going to hit 280 to 300,000 words of GFL stories coming at you, hopefully by the end of the year. But I've learned my lesson. I don't promise you guys anything anymore. You know why? Because I keep my lying to the books, keep my promises to myself. Because once upon a time, I promised that this would be out, I think, 13 or 14 years ago. But we finally, oh, hold on. Sorry. Got to do it. Finally, the story has come back to Mount Fitz Roy. Okay, here we go. Hey, would you like to give our lovely, oh my gosh, a lot of people in the house, give them an update on this book that many of you have been waiting for a long, long, long time.
So look, here's the thing with Mount Fitz Roy. We are very close to publication. It is in process. Scott is not recording this because the Earthcore was read, narrated by Ray Porter, and Fitzroy will be narrated by Ray as well. He is in the midst of recording now.
Hold on. Did you guys hear that? Ray effing Porter is reading this. Yeah. Who read Earthcore? Go ahead.
This will come out as this is the most information I have. It is the most accurate information I have. So it's not all the information, but it'll come out in October. That's what I know. And hopefully, as soon as we get in cahoots with the publisher and we just pin down which day, I think early in October is what we're shooting for. And so hopefully we can share this information with you on Tuesday or maybe next Thursday or whatever. We are waiting anxiously for the okay to give you all the details about it, but you won't have to wait too much longer.
Won't have to wait too much longer. So whatever you do, stay alive. As they said in one of my favorite movies, which Rob probably hates Last of the Mohicans. He hates all the movies that I like.
Not all of them.
Yeah. Well, he likes Aliens, so I mean he gets a pass. But this is, oh my God, the culmination of many, many, many years of work and getting distracted by Hollywood and having to go off and try and do, well, we got this opportunity to do this thing, you can go do this. And then that has taken me away from all the work that I do for y'all. And we've really kind of finally got that all squared away. This is great. John Viscar has put in a ton of work on this. This is an all Scott Pond cover, by the way. He did the whole thing. Scott tends to do all of our graphic work, and then we source the art image from various places. But this was all Scott Pond's doing. It's fantastic. I love it. I love his Earthcore cover. I love his Fitzroy cover. I could not be happier with this. It's great. And this is the piece.
Reese piece. Yeah. So a lot of people are mentioning that they love Ray, and they love Ray for this story. And he, like I said, he's recording. We love him too. He did such a great job on Earthcore, and he's our go-to for any non-GFL narration, which means that Scott, the 300,000 GFL words that we're targeting by the end of the year, that those will be read by Scott. Mm-hmm. And that recording should start this month also.
That should start this month. I just did vamp for a second here, AK, about I'll
tell you a little bit about.
So let me take a moment. Go ahead.
We don't yet quite have the details. I have no more information for you about printing Mount Fitz Roy, printing the Gangster.
Yeah.
I am hoping. Our big problem now is the process that we used to do that is not pandemic friendly. So we're trying to figure out how we manage getting the books printed, receiving the books in a safe way, and getting them signed and sent to you guys in a safe way. Mm-hmm. That said, we are currently just moving forward as fast as we can to get the digital collateral done. That's the ebook and the audiobook. If you have already purchased a hardcover of The Gangster, the minute the ebook is available, you'll receive a copy to the same email that you used to order the book.
In other words, what I'm saying is we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hands.
Okay, yes. You want to get the spammer?
Well, I was trying to be funny.
I know, but there's a spammer.
Oh, yeah. I can't. I'm not even going to try that one. Hold on. Block. What's up, some bitch?
So anyway, we are working on that. I am fairly confident that the digital versions of GFL 6 and the Stonewolves and Fitzroy will all be in your hot little hands by the end of this year, probably before Christmas is my guess. But I don't know about the hardcover, although I'm working on it. I should have an answer hopefully soonish. And like I said, the first one you'll get is Fitzroy for sure.
These will be ebooks. Truck Poetry wants ebooks. Mario, what did you miss? Right here. First of all, there is Fitzroy, who is being recorded and should be out by the end. We're still not allowed to tell you the publisher is, which is
October. Should be out in October.
Should be out in October, as we have heard. We're very excited. And then the other thing you may have missed, Mario, is this cover reveal for the the sixth and final GFL novella. And trust me, when this sucker's done, there's not a whole lot left to tell. Now, that being said, let's move on to a Krakens Dancake. What is a Dancake, you may ask? I asked the same question probably 4 or 5 times, to the point where A's like, it's not that complicated, and she walked me through it. But here we go. We're going to take a look at this. Let's switch over to monitor 2. And this is from our dear, dear friend, longtime junkie, longtime Krakens fan, Bella.
Hutch just joined us.
Oh, wait. Hutch, did you just join us? Hold on, buddy. Let's just pop back here for 1 second so Hutch can revel. Revel, Hutch.
Yes.
Revel. That's right. Revel in it, buddy. Let's go back to monitor 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to, if there are sound we're over here. If there are sound problems, I will monitor it. But this, I'm not even going to explain what's going on. This is a Dancake. The gentleman's name, I believe, is Dan.
In the meantime, I have this other donation request from Janine Carbonaro. My favorite author, Scott Sigler, wrote the Galactic Football League series, a series of books about aliens and humans playing football 700 years in the future. The main team in the series is the Lonath Krakens. This is their team logo.
I thought
Thank you
put
for the
that
exposition.
Phone. Yeah.
It's nice to learn those things.
Bella did that. Because Bella's this badass. I knew you'd love it.
So, oh wait, the hell is that guy?
He's in Pokemon.
Oh my God, this is so badass. I want to eat this.
Yes.
Hopefully we don't get a copyright strike for the sound, but what are you going to do? So we're going to talk over this song and hopefully screw up the algorithm, you guys.
It's really cool.
That's amazing.
Oh, nice job, Bella. That's gorgeous.
Krakens! So good. So good. Bella, we love you. You're fantastic. That was an absolute delightful treat for me to watch.
And thank you for
so
the
great.
Krakens edit, Bella. She did all that post-production to add whose house and who wins.
Wonderful. Let's take a quick look over here in the chat. Charmander, I see. And then I think chat. Oh, nope, that's not right. Let's go back to main. I'll take care of that later. We got stuff coming up. We got to deal with the Belgians. We've got to address the Belgians.
We love you too, Bella.
But for now, let's go to our sponsor. As I often say in the show, our sponsors are almost always nonprofit, and we are the ones who pay them. Sometimes we get sponsors who pay us. Rarely. Most of the time it's we find sponsors that we pay them, and this is our sponsor. Oh, hold on. I got to go over here. Got to get out of this.
I like that it's lemonade day. That's tasty lemonade.
Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink. Let's go to our sponsor this week. Of course, is not the Manly Vox Box. Never pay no attention to that. Our sponsor is
the Vox Box behind the curtain.
That's right.
Yeah,
Vote.org.
Probably Belgians.
74 days until the election, the American presidential election. I'm assuming there's other elections going on when we elect the president, like congressional stuff, whatever.
Yes, you will. Yes.
Yeah, other things. Mm-hmm. But make sure you're registered. We don't care which way you vote, but vote. And if you don't want to leave your house to vote, you can make that happen. First, check that you are registered. You may think you are. You might not be. It happens more often than not. Here at vote.org, you simply can check it. And if you're not registered to vote, you can. You click the second button. It takes less than 2 minutes to register. You can go ahead and vote by mail if you are worried about the COVIDs or other reasons or can't get out of the house. Get election reminders, pledge, register, anything you possibly want. If you want to donate, they make that easy to do too. And A is a fan of this one because its new leadership team led by CEO Andrea Haley. Vote.org is on track to serve 12 times the number of people it served in 2018. The organization's plans to turn out more than 5 million low-propensity voters in this fall's presidential election. That's democracy. It's great. Vote.org. Go check it out. Sussy. Oh my God, that last name's crazy. Let's block this asshole spammer. All right, cool. Now we're going back to Maine. Do you have anything else you want to say about
Nope. Just go there, check out your voting status early.
Don't
so
wait.
That you, yeah, don't wait.
Don't
so
wait.
That you can.
It's time. It's time. We have to talk about foreign influence in an American election. We have to talk about direct foreign meddling in our democratic process. And of course, I am talking about the Belgians. The Belgians in the GSMOAT are...
She doesn't even believe that there was collusion. Look at her.
Collusion!
She doesn't like anybody.
Collusion. Here we go. Truck poetry later. Catch you later. Let's get over to take a look at our... first of all, we're going to go to the chat, and I have to get rid of the bracket, which I shouldn't have heard. Hold on. There we go. So now you guys can see your own very own comments up on the screen, unless you're on a tiny little screen. Gizmost, thank you, Sean. I can always count on you to bring it up to a classy level. Because, my friends from high school, Dan Baker and Rob Otto, keep everything super duper classy.
And your co-writer.
This one. The bitty boop. Now, let's take a look. I got a treat for you guys. We have worked on this, and this is, dang nabbit, hold on. The actual full bracket for the GSMOAT is going on right now. And of course, GSMOAT stands for Greatest Sports Movie of All Time. It's hard to see things, particularly if you guys are watching on a phone or a mobile device. But Maria de Souza understands. Of course, the goddamn Belgians. Maria, I wouldn't put the goddamn in, but you did, and that's fine. So this is the full bracket. There was some problems today with collusion and foreign interference in our bracket, so we had to scrap the tournament, but we're going to be back on Tuesday. What's date Tuesday, kid?
I don't know.
Oh, I just assume A knows everything, because A knows more than I do almost all the time.
Today is Thursday, so it's the 25th. It's a big day for SIGLERations on the 25th.
Big day. Mario, see you, buddy. All right, here we go. Let's go over this. Let's go over this bracket. Here we are in the East Division. Number 1 seed Hoosiers is going to face off against the play-in Whippet, who defeated Breaking Away to get to the round of 32. Then we're going to have a 4-5 matchup. It's Chariots of Fire, an old movie that old people have watched, versus Creed, a new movie that young people have watched. Then one of my favorites, and Rob Otto, if you don't think it's a sports movie and you don't like it, you can kiss my fat ass. Bring it on. One of my favorite sports movies of all time. A movie that absolutely surprised me. I was like, Jesus Christ, do I have to watch a goddamn cheerleading movie? And I was blown away. I loved it. It was great. And not just because Elijah Dushku's in it. It's a great sports movie. Going up against Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat room, my brother Jude.
Jude in his ass.
Says A thinks she knows everything, which is true.
She does think she knows. She does. Kelly, we've gone over Gymkata. Gymkata is not an actual, that doesn't end with a sporty finale for a trophy, so it was out. Days of Thunder in there, and then we have the Warrior, which is an MMA movie with Tom Hardy that I like both and I haven't seen it yet. Yes.
You're going to have to, once you're done with this part, you're going to have to give them a little bit of information about the Belgians, because
I will.
People are like,
oh, stay tuned. We're going to get to the Belgians.
Fuck Belgians.
Listen, I told you we'd get over the important information in the first 30 minutes, and then the second 30 minutes is basically...
East Division is weak, Joseph. Come on, Creed's in it. Creed is in it.
The final 30 minutes is a platform for me to rant, because I have many important things to say that you should all listen to and take life lessons from. So, Warrior, MMA movie. I love MMA. Tom Hardy's friggin' awesome. I still haven't seen it. Going up against Field of Dreams. The fact that Field of Dreams is a 2 seed... is probably dodgy. The selection committee was suspicious.
And they're Belgian?
Well, I believe there were a lot of Belgian-made dog treats in the house.
I see.
So I believe that, that was our selection committee. It was our 2 dogs. We placed dog biscuits with all the movies on them, and the dogs got to pick. And the first one they grabbed was the number 1 seed, and just happened to be. They're very good. They're very much movie aficionados. Moving on. That's going to be come out of the East Division. One Final Four contestant will come out of this division. The next division, the North. Look at that. Caddyshack. A clear number 1. A clear
I do
number
like
1 seed.
Caddyshack up against Cannonball Run.
That's a great.
I feel like that feels good to me.
I'm not going to say it's upset central, because it's really hard to beat Ted Knight in Caddyshack. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Rodney Dangerfield.
But like, I don't know what I would have done had it been like Caddyshack and Happy Gilmore. That would have been very hard for me.
We tried to avoid, the dogs tried to avoid, selection committee tried to avoid.
The Belgians.
The Belgians are fucking up the program. We tried to avoid same sport matchups in the first round. There's nothing you can do in the second round, round of 16, round of 8, from there. Then this is a tough one, you guys. A 4-5 matchup that could be one of the premier matchups of this. It's Major League, hats on bats, up against Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. Then he is a legend. He is a legend. I did read the reviews from that. Best movie ever made, said Ricky Bobby. Then we got Happy Gilmore. I think Happy Gilmore against basketball, that's going to be pretty handily won by Happy. And then the longest yard, the original longest yard with Burt Reynolds, who's in this more than any other actor in this tournament, up against The Natural. Obviously,
that I think
a 2-seed.
might be
That's a tough
hard,
one.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Yeah, the world needs ditch diggers too. So thank you, Dr. Daniel Baker. South Division, number 1 seed, no denying. One of the most influential, long-lasting, enduring sports movies of all time. Ralph Macchio in The Karate Kid, going up against the play-in from Cool Runnings that defeated Vision Quest. I believe this also is collusion. There's no way a wrestling movie should lose to bobsled. Never.
I mean, to be
time.
fair, I'm pretty sure that may have been collusion, but it wasn't the selection committee. I think that was people watching you lose your mind to talk about Cool Runnings winning.
And then we've got a 4-5 matchup. That's a good one. Kevin Costner, who's also in this tournament a lot.
Yep.
In Bull Durham, up against Real Steel. Hugh Jackman. And then we get to what I think could be one of the great underdogs of this tournament. And by 3rd seed is not necessarily an underdog, but it's not a 2 seed, it's not a 1 seed. Dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Up against Slapshot. Another, depending on how many old people are watching this tournament, Slapshot's very, very powerful movie. Paul Newman,
What's
amazing.
interesting is those are quite different. For both being sports movies, they're quite different genre-wise, though. You know, one is dodgeball, totally fun, funk. You know, it's about the comedy of that crew, and Slapshot truly a movie, like a sports movie. So those are going to be different too. I think there are a lot of young athletes who are aspiring to become actors, and they all, if they know how to skate and they played hockey, they're all hoping, because a hockey movie comes up, you can't stunt double that shit. You got to be able to skate well to be in any hockey movie. That's like their shot. Some comes up, they're like, I can skate, I've played hockey. Not everybody can do that. I have a completely irrelevant question, but it's not yet your ranting time. Well, it is kind of your ranting time.
Okay.
Would Vast of Night have been a sports movie?
No. God, no. What? Why?
Because it takes place around a basketball game.
The basketball game is not the feature, it's the backdrop. Much like Gymkhana. Blades of Glory. I don't think Blades of Glory has a shot in hell. Will Ferrell in a league up against a league of their own. Did not get semi-pro in this either, by the way. Well, so no. Too bad, Will. Too bad. Moving on. Let's get to this. We get to the collusion. The West Division. The West Division is a lot of strength. This is possibly the strongest division in the whole tournament. Beerfest beat North Dallas 40 on the play-in, and that was a good win. That was a solid win against a quality opponent. But now they gotta go. The guys
go up against
Rocky, effing Rocky, and then the winner of that plays a great matchup, which we're going to talk about in depth in a moment. Miracle up against the Belgian-influenced Bloodsport. One of my favorite movies until they participated in collusion to screw up today's match.
So the Belgians were definitely colluding because you made because there was a graphic that put Bloodsport up against Space Jam, which would have been an easier win.
I don't make the graphics. I'll explain it when we get there.
Okay.
I'll explain. I don't do that. The dogs do that. The selection committee does that. Space Jam, much maligned number 3 seed. People are very upset that Space Jam got a 3 seed, to which I respond, send more dog treats, and you would not have that problem because the selection committee is very particular in their nomenclature and in the way they choose things. Space Jam against Nacho Libre. That's a potential 6-3 upset right there. I think that's a very, very possible upset. Space Jam, beloved by everybody who's under the age of 35. I think.
I don't think that's
You don't think so?
I don't think
Well, there were
that's true.
cartoons and Michael Jordan.
I know, but it's Nacho Libre.
It is Nacho Libre. And then one of A's must get in there, Prefontaine, up against Any Given Sunday. And that
Totally a sports movie.
Jamie Foxx, man. Going up against Jamie Foxx, that's tough.
It is tough. It is tough. But Prefontaine is such a good... It's a movie for people who like stories like yours, I think. It's kind of an underdog story. It's not really an underdog story. There's not quite the right way to say that. But I think it has a lot of heart. I think the main character, it's a true story. The main character has a lot to work with. And I think that Jared Leto did a good job.
We're going to pop over the chat real quick because Dr. Noisy says she's 36 and I believe she's very pro Space Jam, which kind of makes my point. All right. So therefore, that's it, you guys. There we go. Breck. That's the West Division. Let's finish it up. Going into the East. Oops, hold on. I went the wrong way, you guys. West, East. Did we do South yet?
Yeah, we did them all.
North. We did them all?
We did them all.
We did all 4 quadrants of the world?
We did.
Okay. Going back to the main. Now we have to address this very sticky issue, this international incident, this world-shaking problem with the goddamn Belgians. Let's get into it.
Did we just get fuzzy?
Fuzzy what? What do you mean?
Did we just get fuzzy?
In the picture?
Yep.
Well, we turned off autofocus, so it's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we talked about collusion, talked about Belgians, talk about international incident, talk about interfering with a free and democratic election of sports movies, of the GSMOAT.
I mean, I feel like this is already getting away from us. Is it the Belgians?
Very much laughing about GSMOAT because that would require a lot of fluid to fill a moat.
Yes.
So kudos to
would.
Dr. Daniel Baker for figuring that one out. Let's take a look at the Belgian issue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what was posted earlier today on Facebook. We have a very far-reaching organization here at Empty Set Entertainment. 72 individuals working for us domestically, another 315 spread across the globe working remotely in various clusters, pods, if you will, very conscious of COVID and taking care of themselves. So that is a total of 512 employees. And somewhere in our organization, the termites dug into the wood and caused this to happen. Here we are. As you see, the number 6 seed, Nacho Libre, up against the number 5 seed, Bloodsport. Here's the problem. Bloodsport wasn't up against Nacho Libre. Bloodsport was not up against Nacho Libre. And while I do appreciate the fact that Jean-Claude Van Damme plays to win, look at him smashing bricks. Somehow making the bottom brick break, which was amazing. Not done with special effects, by the way. This is a real, honest-to-God brick that he smashed. This is what was supposed to happen. And you guys will see what was going on now with the Belgian. That's who he's supposed to be up against. That's who he's supposed to be up against. The Belgians did not want to face the Americans in the opening round. So Bloodsport cheated.
But how does a 20, 30, 37, how does that work? How does a movie cheat?
Well, as I've explained, we have 712 employees spread across the globe. I cannot watch all of them all the time.
Okay, Ellen.
I cannot watch all of them all the time. And clearly there was some buffoonery, some chicanery, some underhanded events going on. Rob Otto brings up the dim mock. Rob, I would like to say, I do respect the fact that Jean-Claude Van Damme plays to win. Sean, I just call him John-Claude Van Damme. That's his cousin from Brooklyn. Hey, it's John Van Damme. What's up? How you doing?
I've told you I have met Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, you have. I think we're going to have a little time, so we're going to get to that story in a minute because Ace Van Damme's story is very good. Let's turn this up. But here's what you guys have. Oops, did that wrong. Here's what you guys have to get ready for. So coming up on Tuesday, if you have time to watch these movies, brush up these movies, research these movies, look online, etc., we're going to have Kurt Russell and Miracle up against Jean-Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport in a 4-5 matchup that is going to be critical to moving on to the round of 16. And the other match we're going to have that same night is Nacho Libre gets its shot to upset
Space Jam.
A Mexican movie against an American movie.
I mean, either that or a space
Nacho Libre
movie.
a Mexican? Because it is Lucha Libre, right?
It's a luchador, but that's
luchador.
That's sort of North American.
Okay.
I mean, obviously originated.
Norte Americano. Where we go. So we got Nacho Libre up against Space Jam. You guys need to get ready for this. We wanted this much advance warning. Our goal is to get it to the round of 16 by doing 2 tournaments per show, 4 matchups a week till we get to 16, and then we're going to start story smacking a bunch of those movies, and we are going to story smack all of the final 8, right?
Yeah, the round of 8.
Is that the plan? The round of 8? We're going to do that. Rob Otto says, can't believe you were making me pick between Bloodsport and Miracle in the first freaking round. That should be a Final Four matchup. Sorry, buddy.
This is what I'm telling you. I've been telling him that.
It's a selection committee. I have literally nothing to do with any of this. It's beyond my control. We have 1,012 employees spread across the globe. What am I supposed to do?
How come it's always 12?
Because it's a magic number. It's a prime number. 12.
I will say I am confused by this bracket for sure, because it just
what on earth are you confused about?
Well, I'm not really confused anymore, but we were talking
There's a
earlier
goat in
today.
the middle of it. There is a goat in the middle of it. It's great. It's the GSMOAT.
I thought it was a GSMOAT.
Well, the tournament's a GSMOAT. That's obviously a jizz goat.
Oh, Lord. I wish I had Belgian waffles or Belgian beer right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay.
But so we were talking about this today. I had a little trouble kind of understanding the matchups.
I see.
And I think the reason for it is because in any other sports bracket, which I am relatively new in my life to following and understanding, I'd say in the last 10 years or so, you sort of know what those matchups will go and become. And the selection committee and the placement committee, definitely too much Belgian beer and too much Belgian chocolate, too many Belgian waffles, because then you end up in a round one pick where you start with breaking away, for goodness sakes. So
Shannon says, if Nacho doesn't beat Space Jam, she is flipping the table and walking away to eat the Lord's chips. Shannon, could you inform us what the Lord's chips are? I would love to know that brand of chips that is the Lord's chips.
Did you not see Nacho Libre?
It's been a while since I saw it.
Okay.
And I may have been very drunk when I saw it both times.
Mm-hmm.
But I assume it. So, okay, clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. See, Mark says, we'll all be Scots employees by the end of the show. Look, we're hiring. You don't get to 2012 employees without doing something right. And we're doing a lot of things right.
Oh, Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4X asks over from Twitch, says, will there be, let's get back that chat up. Will there be officiating from the NHL? If so, they have to get 10,000 votes to put on one. That must be a hockey reference that I don't understand. Okay, we're going to go to questions now from the audience. If you are Belgian, you're not allowed to ask a question. You've done enough damage. You've done enough damage to the democratic process right now. The International Olympic Committee and also the International Doping Blood Agency and the cops have all been called. They've all been called, and you are going to have a lot of problems on your hands.
I'm not sure that anything went wrong for real, though. Did anything really go wrong? Because I still don't really understand the collusion.
Collusion. All you need to know is there was collusion. Let's go to the questions. You guys, Melissa, I'm glad you're laughing. That's our job here. As you can look at my face, I'm a professional comedian. I tell jokes and people laugh all the time. All the time. I thought about giving up writing to go into straight stand-up comedy. What do you think about that?
No.
Not till I'm done with these books?
I was about to say that, and then I thought that would be rude. So I tried to figure out something else to say, and I got caught up in my own face.
Because you know what I need? Another hobby.
You definitely. Well, you
need another hobby.
Need a hobby. But
Tracy asked a very valid question, very important. Can my dogs pick the brackets for March Madness? If there is a March Madness, I pledge to you people right now that we will let the dogs pick the entire tournament bracket. And if we win, we're going to spend all that money on dog treats, but not Belgian dog treats, because screw that. But Belgian chocolate, I'm not walking away from Belgian chocolate. Let's not be ridiculous.
A billion years ago in another life, I ran, I did clinical research, and I ran what are called investigators meetings, which is where when you have a new drug that you're going to put into human trials, you take the doctors who will be administering them, and you tell them, here's what you have to do. Here's what I'm obligated to tell you. Here's how the whole thing works. And then they go back and they do it in their hometown. And we were doing this all over the world for a product that is currently publicly available. But back then it wasn't. And we ended up, to correctly educate the Pacific Rim countries and all those languages, my whole team went to Hong Kong. We stayed at the Peninsula Hotel, which is big and fancy, for 3.5 weeks. And different countries, like the Koreans and the Korean translators would come in, and then the Japanese and the Japanese translators would come in. And that way we got all those doctors trained, and we only had to go one time. But it's a big fancy hotel in Hong Kong, and for I was there for 3.5 weeks. For about 10 days, Jean-Claude Van Damme was also staying in that hotel. And I know this because I have no idea why he was in Hong Kong. But I do know that no matter what time of day, as long as it wasn't like, say, 2 to 5 a.m., I think, if you were in the lobby for about 20 minutes, it would be not too big of a surprise to see Jean-Claude Van Damme strut through the lobby and like say hello to people.
Hello, I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, like wave at people who were recognizing him or
Did
whatever.
he wave like this to show off the
exactly.
guns?
And this is the thing that's crazy about it. It was literally more than a week, and we would be like, oh God. Like the first time I was like, oh my God, is that Jean-Claude Van Damme? And then like a week later, it'd be like, okay, but go around the other way because Jean-Claude Van Damme is over there. And yeah, he was just like, he was his own best PR because he looked great. He was in like a crisp white suit all the time, or linen white shirt all the time, and linen suit and everything, and literally was like a goofy what is it, 3 payments of $19.99, like a a thing that you buy off the TV, as seen on TV.
3
like,
easy payments of $19.99, and you'll get it for free with postage paid.
And I literally bet one of my coworkers $100, which we never paid out, that like if we could catch him going like, or like making guns or whatever, but we never did. He was super duper nice. I couldn't say anything bad about him other than how cheesy to spend your entire week in the lobby so people can see you. But other than that, he was great.
I would assume he was either in the lobby or in the gym. I mean, I'm gonna guess that's all that dude does.
Maybe, but he was never in casual clothes.
Again, if you look like him, I'm not sure you wear casual
no,
clothes.
for sure. Well, I mean, you do to work out. Like, he wasn't in that linen suit working out.
Have you seen his workout outfits, though?
No.
They are. Let's do this. If we can make a note, we're going to come up with a bunch of Jean-Claude Van Damme gifs and images for next week for Bloodsport.
I see where the Belgian collusion is. I see where the Belgian collusion is.
Do not insinuate that I am busted for Belgian collusion and got caught
We're
out
gonna get a whole
because of my man crush on Jean-Claude Van
bunch
Damme.
of videos of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Of course we are. And we'll eat the Lord's chips while we do it.
We will eat the Lord's chips. Rob posted some kind of thing that we can't look at, but let's see. We have 13 minutes. Apparently, my rant is over.
Dennis Garcia, thank you. An infomercial is exactly what I was trying to remember and could not.
The goddamn Belgians in their wooden shoes. I've had enough. I've had enough, and we're not going to put up with it anymore. I don't know.
Perhaps you haven't had enough, because now you're asking for videos.
If you guys, let's be honest, Bloodsport should have been a #1 seed. Clearly, the selection committee was drunk, but it was not a #1 seed, and they did fight for it. Here we go. We got a compliment on your hair. Very nice.
Yeah,
Just was nice hair. Yeah. Let's go. Give me the questions, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the chat room.
Booty shorts. They definitely would be booty shorts.
Sean, don't lie. That's what the Belgians want you to think. They want you to think the wooden shoes are the Dutch. It's all part of their collusion. All right, what do we got? Rob, I will be posting both the JCVD dancing gifts next week, so that should be good.
I see the collusion coming.
Nicole, that's not my problem. If you're too sober for this show, it's not my problem. What's that, babe?
I see the collusion coming with you and Rob Otto. Crystal clear. Posting lots of JCVD.
I was just telling the lovely people in the chat room. Somebody asked, I think it was Sean, said, "Tell me you've got a tight 5-minute set of jokes." And I did it one time. I had a 5-minute set. It was in high school, and the entire 5-minute stand-up set was about poop and evolution. That was the whole thing. And Rob Otto and Dan Baker in the room now can pretend they didn't laugh, but they were beside themselves. They had this look on their face like shock, like, I can't believe how funny you are. It was quite impressive.
I mean, you know why?
Like
because
this.
Back then, maybe you didn't explain the jokes to them. Now it'll be like a 25-minute 5-minute set because you'll explain every joke.
Yes, Howard, Bloodsport does have Bolo Young in it, and that is very important. Okay, so we have
predictions for the
let me
okay.
Let me tell people what we're working on now, and I don't know if we'll be able to pull this up, but I'm trying is to get the whole bracket set up online so that you guys can predict the whole bracket just like you would do in the NCAA tournament. And we will have a scoring system if all goes well. And then the winner will get some bucks over at scottsigler.com/shop to buy books and shirts and whatnot and all of those things. So we will be working on that this weekend. Hopefully we'll get that up. Hopefully we'll get it up.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Hopefully we'll get it up for the GSMOAT.
Oh, Lord. I need more Belgian beer.
So we're going to see if we get that done. Let's go. Here we go. Questions. Hit
how
poop and
many
waffles.
of the-
Tracy, yes. Yes, go ahead, babe.
So I forget who, but somebody, or Kim Hansen asked if you had any predictions on the winner.
I don't at this point, Kim, because I
Because
do not.
if he said Bloodsport, it would be too
That would be
obvious.
a little bit. That'd be a little bit on the nose. As far as my predictions for the winner goes, it depends on the average age of the person watching this tournament. Because clearly, if everyone was 45 and older, Caddyshack would walk away with it. It's no question.
I don't know if that's true.
It's
I think it sort of depends on the type of movie you enjoy the most, right? Because Caddyshack, totally a great movie.
Yep.
Rocky, totally a great movie. Both sports movies, wildly different from one another.
Yep.
So if you're the type of person who loves Caddyshack
I am.
and are that age,
Yep.
Caddyshack would be number one.
Yes.
If you're somebody who likes both of those movies but is more of a drama oriented,
Mm-hmm.
Rocky would win.
We have a lot of drama in this tournament. Also, dodgeball. I mean, come on, that has become a cult classic.
That's sort of what I'm
Dodgeball is a
saying,
strong
yeah.
contender. And then, well, let's take a quick look
It's
at the
such an
bracket.
interesting thing because it sort of depends on the movies you trend towards watching too. If you're not going to watch all of them.
4X plus 15 experience points for 4X over on Twitch, who says the miracle could happen twice, and he's absolutely right. Hoosiers is a strong number one seed. If you are an actual film connoisseur, you're going to probably like the Hoosiers. Caddyshack, strong number one.
Carla, what happened to Vision Quest is it lost to Cool Runnings. Hey, Scott, how do you feel about that?
That's bullshit. You people are sons of bitches.
By which
That's
he means
the problem.
Belgians.
But no, I mean the goddamn whoever the F voted for Cool Runnings over Vision Quest needs to get punched in the mouth or choked out. Possibly. I'm not sure. One of the two. Can I tell a quick funny wrestling story?
Yeah,
Here's
your
what,
show.
here's what should happen to you people. Our junior year in high school, we got wrestling. I never wrestled before. And none of us had. And I did okay in practice, of course, on his team. And the first match I had ever was against a state runner-up. And I learned what a figure four leg lock on the head means, and that you may have to look it up. But basically what happens is somebody takes, this is a knee and a foot, and you are caught. And when I got caught in it, it's a very powerful strangulation type move. When I got caught in it, I had my tongue between my teeth. And it was the figure four leg lock on my head was so unbelievably powerful, I could not pull my tongue back into my mouth and thought I was going to bite through my tongue, and had literally, and I did not have an experience to know how to get out of the move. That's what I think should happen to everybody who voted for Cool Runnings instead of Vision Quest. It's Loudon Swain, unbelievable. Down to the replacements didn't make it in. It did not get mentioned. Sorry. Basketball cult classic, Tracy. We shall see. We shall see. Let's see. Great minds. Okay, so we are looking at, and the other, of course, I think one of the leading contenders, one of the great feel-good movies of all time that has persisted for a very long time, The Karate Kid. That is a strong, strong, strong number one seed. There is no question. And then, of course, Rocky, Academy Award winner, launched a career of one of the people who made just giant bank, a lot of movies, some not so good, but a lot of great movies. I think the other ones, the 2 seed, I don't think Any Given Sunday has the legs to continue. I think League of Their Own can surprise people. Tom Hanks, Gina Davis.
This was sort of the point I'm making. Like, it sort of depends on what type of movies you gravitate to, because there are absolute world-class comedies that are sports movies in this bracket, and then there are, so like Caddyshack and The Natural are so very different, but both really good sports movies. So I think there's a handful of surprises possible.
A lot of surprises possible. Looking over, let's go real quick. Since we've got the time, let's call this up. Let's call up slides. South Division, I think Karate Kid's going to run away with it. I think Real Steel has not got enough penetration in the GSMOAT. A League of Their Own probably will not make it out of its 4-team bracket. Be my guess. I think Dodgeball is going to do a dust up on it. Bull Durham, while it has some of the greatest lines of all time, I do not think it has the rigid, turgid bat strength to move past the Karate Kid. Moving into the West Division, clearly Rocky is the contender here. Bloodsport. If we wind up with Bloodsport against Rocky, that is illegal fighting against licensed fighting. That should be very interesting. And then on the other half of the division, this is up for grabs. Space Jam, Nacho Libre, Prefontaine, Any Given Sunday. Who knows who's going to come out of that? Over into the East Division, Hoosiers against Whippet. Whippet's a dark horse. Who knows? Chariots of Fire is going to get dusted. Creed will move on. Bring It On. I think Bring It On might sneak in. Here's the thing. If you don't vote for Bring It On, it's because you haven't seen Bring It On. Bring It On. Take a whiff, because it's the poo. That's all I can say about Bring It On. Moving on. Hello, Linda. Moving on.
Hang on.
Yes.
Let's do a quick thing. A lot of people are saying, where is this? Where is that movie? These were things that we made this bracket by people sending in recommendations. So Tin Cup's not on the list because Tin Cup didn't get submitted. Sandlot not on the list.
We've been here
didn't get submitted.
the whole time asking you people, what movies to put on here. So don't you step up to me now and say, where's this? And where's that? And why isn't this involved? Because you weren't here at the time, and maybe you had to work, or also you had a child falling off a bridge. I don't know, and I don't
Did
really
you just say,
goddamn
or maybe you
care.
had a child falling
There's
off
been
a bridge?
a lot of flooding. You could have had a child falling off a washed out bridge. You made your decision. You made your decision. You choose your child. You choose
You choose your child.
You choose your child. That's not my problem. Going back to the North Division, Caddyshack, very strong. Cannonball Run could clearly upset it. Major League Talladega Nights, that's a 4-5 toss-up. I don't even know who to vote for it. Happy Gilmore is clearly going to dust basketball. The Natural, The Longest Yard, that's a couple of old dude movies.
Yeah, this is going
That's
to be an
some old dude
interesting
movies.
one because, The Natural, yes, it's the old dude movies, but it's also The Natural probably, especially back in the day, probably had more of a male and female fan base because Robert Redford was so pretty.
Yep.
So who knows?
Who knows? A couple more minutes left. Let's go over we already did the South Division. There you go. There's your divisions, guys. Now let's go back to Maine. We're going to go to the chat so you can also... Technology is kicking us in the nits. There's only so much we can do. We've tried to make the chat available to all of you so you can all chat with each other cross-platform. Facebook is obviously still our king. We are beholden. If we didn't have so many goddamn followers on Facebook, we'd be out of Facebook. We got to run a business, and Facebook is where everybody is at right here. Yes, Sean, choosed by Notorious Wordsmith, Scott Sigler. We have a couple more minutes left.
We are using Stream Deck, yes.
We're using Stream Deck, yes. We'll take a couple of questions. We're using Stream Deck, and we're using Restream.io. Restream.io is the one that gives us the ability to have multiple chats come in so we can see everybody all at once, and we are very appreciative. It's expensive, but you people are worth it. That's all I can say.
So we have just a minute or two left. I did want to bring up, I have had a handful of people email me questions at info@emptyset if you have questions about The Gangster, which was supposed to come out this week. It was supposed to publish this past Tuesday before the world ended. So we'll continue to keep updating that here as we can. Also, I've had a few emails this week about whether or not we're opening registration for Sigler Fest. And right now we are... Unfortunately, we have no idea whether or not Sigler Fest is viable. I'm not going to open registration. I'm not going to do that again. Not going to have you guys pay for a thing I might not be able to do. We're not doing that. So we're hoping to make a decision. Right now, we have the space reserved in Las Vegas in April, the first weekend in April. But we're not opening registration, and we're not taking your money, and we're not posting the group codes and all that stuff. Until we decide whether or not that's a safe thing to do. And we're hoping to do that by the end of the year. And that would give you 4 months of planning. But at this point, we have no idea. And it's increasingly unlikely unless we can get this global pandemic under control. But we will keep you posted.
We'd rather not host an event where we get funeral notices from people who came to our event. That's just, I know that sounds crazy and ludicrous, but that's just... We're old-fashioned. We don't like our fans to die. That's pretty much the whole thing. Hey, I think we're done. I think our work is done here. I think the Belgians have been booted to the curb. They have been brought back in line.
You say that you've booted them and brought them back in line, but I'm pretty sure I sussed out the collusion in our 10,000, 12-person
maybe some more
employees.
JCVD gifts coming up next week, but that's only because Rob Otto wanted them. It's not me. I don't.
Yeah, well,
I have no
I
man crush on
understand
Jean-Claude Van Damme whatsoever. Nothing. Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back on Tuesday, which would be 20.
5th.
Come back on the 5th?
On the 25th.
Come back on the 25th. We're going to have 2 brutal matchups, which I showed you earlier. We're going to get into the tournament. Hopefully by then you will have been able to make your tournament predictions and see how much you have failed at your predictions. We will continue to bring you content every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. GMT, because we're here for you while you are cooped up in your house due to the COVIDs. We want you to stay safe.
Stay smart.
And stay science. Listen to the people who studied shit all their lives and know what they're talking about. Don't listen to anybody else. And, babe, is there anything else we got to cover before we finish this bad boy up?
I think that Scott Sigler is the colluder.
You are.
The colluder.
Do you have wooden shoes on? Do you have clogs?
No. It's
Clogs.
Scott Sigler.
Clogs. We've solved this problem. Thank you very much.